Well, Chris, a 1-0 win in the final pre-season friendly. How did you see that? Because Weston were a test, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they're good sides. I mean, a lot of the teams we played, we've done it on purpose because we wanted them all to be a test. Obviously, we played Sherborne and scored a fair few goals in that game. But the games that we've had have been League One, teams that have been promoted, and teams that have recruited a lot of good players. A lot of the lads on the Western team today have had decent careers. So that's what we wanted. We wanted a decent test as the last game, and it was. Came through relatively unscathed, got a few little injury worries. But yeah, we've worked them hard last week, I must admit, and I wanted that because they've got to get those fitness levels. They looked a bit jaded last 30 minutes because of that. But in the main, application again, spot on, and we're looking forward to the game against Scunthorpe.
It was certainly a hard-working performance, wasn't it? Rexford winning the penalty and Alex Fisher scoring the penalty, but he doesn't stop running, does he?
No, he doesn't. He's a fantastic lad, really good for the changing room. I'm pleased he's got on the score sheet, so that's a positive. Probably in that first sort of 15-20 minutes when we're having a lot of the ball, you've got to score again, and then it just dampens the spirit of the opposition, and we didn't do that. So that's something to focus on. I think when you're, as I say, when you're in the ascendancy, you've got to take your chances, and there's a couple of final third patterns we had where you've just got to be ruthless, and so that needs working on. But towards the end, as I say, I think the lads, you could tell it had been a tough week. There's been a lot of kilometres in those players' legs in this last week, just as I say, to build that level of fitness.
Because Weston really stepped it up sort of in the last 10 or so minutes, didn't they? A few good blocks from Richards Everton.
I thought he was excellent. Yeah, I thought he was excellent. He was body on the line mentality, which is why we brought him in. Desperately wanted to come to the club, which is a big thing. He knows how big the football club is. He knows what the supporters are like. How passionate they are, and that's why he joined. So pleased to have him on board, and it's fitted in well with the lads.
And this pre-season overall has been a bit of a premium goals. They haven't been flying, have they? Is that a bit of a concern?
Well, sometimes it is. We've had chances, don't get me wrong, and as a striker you want to score, but save it to the first game. That's my mentality. You look at a positive mentality going into that Scunny game. We've created chances in games, and maybe not quite the killer instinct, but we've played against good teams. It's not easy to score goals, but I've got no doubt that these boys will be firing first game of the season. Still got a little bit to do in the transfer market, 100%. I've got no doubt about that. I want good players in the building. We're working hard to do that, and we're fighting against very good teams to do that. So that continues next week into next Saturday. But as I say, the effort from the players, the attitude has been first class.
And you said there was a few injury worries. Wakefield came off. Tom Noslet, he took a little knock. Are they the worries?
Tom, no, I think he'd be all right. But it's just protection more than anything. Jamie, we took off. Charlie, we took off. So I think we've got to be careful. Matty Worthington as well. It's a balance, isn't it, in pre-season? You want the lads fighting fit, and you want to push them to the maximum. But I think protection was the key word the last 30 minutes, which probably affected us a little bit. I don't think we were as fluent at all once we'd made the changes. We've got two young, inexperienced players at the top end of the field last 25 minutes, and it tells at times. Very exuberant to go and run around, but just that sort of key experience sometimes. But as I say, we're trying to protect players so that they can play next Saturday.
And you were changing it from a back three to a back four. It's quite fluid, and you've got quite a few versatile players. Was that important to you?
Yeah, it was. We've tried to look at that. We won't be set on a system because we need to be adaptable against some of the top sides in this division. There's some serious teams here. It's I class it as a League 5. It's very competitive, as we all know, don't we, here? So we need to have a few shapes in our armoury, and that's why I've changed it a couple of times. So in the main, coming out of pre-season, I think it's a positive. It's lads getting to know each other, and it's, I'd say, still work to be done with recruitment and with our final third entries. We've just got to be a bit more clinical.
And Scunthorpe, of course, on
Yes,
Saturday. How much are you looking forward to him in your first
I
squad?
can't wait. Yeah, I mean, BT Sport, it has to be, doesn't it? Of course, written in the stars. And the lads are really looking forward to it. They are a fantastic bunch. We know we'll have a good support, and it's a perfect game for us. You know, Scunthorpe have come down. They're a team that have got a fair bit of pressure on them because the fans will want to go straight back up. This club's experienced that. You know, big clubs in this league, and we're desperate to get out of it. We know that, and Scunthorpe are no different. They've recruited a lot of players, had a lot of change in their system and their personnel. But we've just got to focus on ourselves, focus on what we can do well, focus on going there with a plan of action, going there with our supporters and trying to get a win.
And you still had trialists here today,
Yes.
so you're hoping to announce some more signings next week for the game?
I am hoping to announce more, just to bring more quality into the group. And that's all we're trying to do. And so are all the other managers in the league. But we know that we're close. We just need a couple more.
Thank you. Look forward to Saturday.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.